What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in, you collection of badasses. This is Invader, and I'm going to talk a bit about my general thoughts on the new Call of Duty and Battlefield games. Now, over the past week or so, both Activision and EA have released trailers for their upcoming premier shooters coming out this fall. The new Call of Duty Infinite War is set in the future with lots of grand sci-fi elements like spaceship battles, going to different planets, and so on. The new Battlefield, however, is taking a step back and going back into history to World War I. Now, I'm not going to lie, Infinite War does have an appeal to me. A lot of the stuff that was showing off looks really cool. Granted, I wish they would use a new engine. But still, design-wise, I like a lot of what I see. Seems like we'll be delivered another large, spanning epic yet again. The problem is that at first glance, it doesn't seem like a Call of Duty game. Boots on the ground type of stuff. Interesting enough, packaged with Infinite War is a remastered version of the first Modern Warfare game. Now, many people will be caught between their affinity for the title and being forced to purchase the bundle with Infinite War. This is what a lot of people wanted, and it's finally happening. Bravo for Activision for finally listening. But man, what they just can't sell a remastered separately, really? That kind of blows my mind. Obviously it's to boost sales for Infinite War, but it still really sucks. I think they will sell it by itself a few months after Infinite Warfare has been on the market, but hey, we'll see, right? It's Activision. Now, with regard to the new Battlefield game, guys, there's a lot of interesting things you can do with a World War I game. People seem to forget the amount of crazy weaponry and vehicles that were created during that time period. Trains with large ordnance cannons, extremely diverse setups for tanks and armored cars, artillery cannons the size of small houses, and so on. Not to mention the experimentations with chemical warfare, trench combat, biplane and Zeppelin air combat, and so forth. And hey, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on Call of Duty by any means. I'm a big fan of a lot of the previous installments, but so far Battlefield 1 is looking like something genuinely new. We still need to see much more from each game, but there's definitely a reason for why Battlefield 1 is generating such a positive buzz. This is what personally I wanted to see. Something refreshing in a market littered with either military shooter games or a futuristic toned game. With 3 Call of Duty studios currently working on games set in the future, it's kind of boggles my mind as to why they aren't developing or diversifying the franchise with larger timeline gaps. Do one set in the Cold War, do a modern setting, do a futuristic setting, and so on. It just, it gets to the point where a lot of gamers aren't going to be able to tell the difference between Black Ops and Advanced Warfare, and now possibly Infinite War. Hey, I'm sure gamers like Foxfire, the no-scope to the Dome Queen, would love to see more traditional gameplay returning to the series. The lines within the branding are just a bit blurred at this point. What I'll say is that sometimes by going backwards, it's actually a step forward in the gaming industry in order to do something fresh. So before I go, I just want to say congratulations to GKB and Desert She-Wolf on reaching a high amount of subscribers in a short period of time. These guys are really something. They are informative, produce solid content with Console Corner, and they're just all-around cool people to get to know. Be sure to check them out. They are quite the dynamic duo on YouTube. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate the support. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Remember to leave a comment down below. I'll try and comment from time to time. Ciao for now, fellas, and see ya!